The sooner you conquer your fears, your demons, and anything else as that's slowing down your progression is the moment you start to see results. You owe it to yourself to overcome that false evidence appearing real. And all that is fear. The things we fear about don't even exist. It only exists inside of our head. So I'm learning as I'm in the Big Apple. No one ever says that. They only say that on text. But anyway, I'm in New York City. I've been here since 2018. And when I first got here, I started pursuing modeling. Ended up being in New York Fashion Week twice. And me, as from a small town from Connecticut, I always stuck to myself. I was a popular loner, what I should say. Popular loner, right? But I'm really introverted, and it takes more out of me when I have to put myself out there. So when I was going to these modeling castings, when I was going to these open castings, when I was going to these fittings, it was so nerve wracking. Not to the point where I'm shaking, I'm about to throw up, I have anxiety. It wasn't that bad, but I wasn't comfortable. And the things I feared about, like getting rejected or humiliated, never really happened. We put these ideas inside of our heads to trick us into thinking that, no, that's not for you. Remember, our brain has a negative bias, so it will attach itself to the negative emotions we feed it. It will attach itself to the negative thoughts we feed it. So this is why it's imperative that we disregard these thoughts. I'm not going to say don't have negative thoughts. You're human. But observe these thoughts and let them fly by, let them go by as if they're clouds. I used to go into these castings and I would see girls throw up, sniffing the cocaine just to calm the nerves. Dudes drinking before the runway show just to calm the nerves. But I realized when you eat this feeling of discomfort before you walk onto the runway, you're out in the public for what, like 8, depending on who you're walking for, you're out there for like 15 seconds. You realize when you're walking, that's the quickest 15 seconds you'll ever experience. You're over there thinking backstage like, oh my God, what if I fall? What if I get the walk wrong? What if I trip? All these things are making you more scared than what you need to be. It's a cliche to say, be in the present moment and focus on just being the best you. It sounds cliche, but it's really the truth. It really is the truth. And if you're watching this and you're getting out of your comfort zone, that feeling is normal. You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You owe it to yourself. You have to prove yourself wrong. And don't even worry about other people. You have to prove yourself wrong. You think you couldn't do it? Fake it till you make it. Try to force that positive thinking into your head and then act upon it. So when I was doing the New York Fashion Week, man, it felt good. Imagine if I never went to these castings. Oh, they won't pick me. I'm not their cup of tea. I would have never had the experience of walking for New York Fashion Week 2 times. And repetition makes it easier over time. And now fast forward to 2023, I still model here and there, but I'm more on my entrepreneur stuff, you know. I'm doing business to business sales, and I go door to door from time to time. And like I said, as an introvert, it could be nerve wracking talking to the general manager or just being in public speaking. The most powerful classes, one of the most powerful class I took in college was public speaking. And of course I didn't like it. But it wasn't the subject matter. It was just the process of speaking publicly, excuse me. And you heard that statistics, people are more scared of public speaking than they are of passing away. And I find that to be believable because a lot of us take life for granted, which is why you're not where you're at in life. One of my mentors, who's currently my mentor, he's mentoring me on this business to business about this entrepreneur stuff. And he's a millionaire. He's telling me how there's 2 years of his life where he went without no kidneys. And he said, I treat every day like it's my last. This is why I grind so hard. And you just hear the passion in his voice. You hear the passion in his voice. And I'm over here live and well. And I'm just coming up with excuses to not do something. I'm coming up with excuses to not pursue the life I want. And it's living life as a coward, living life cowardly. And you know what you're here to do. And if you don't, you know what you're not supposed to do. And I'm here to tell you, do it now. The only time is now. As many times as you heard this, you still not doing it. You're still not listening. The time is now. You never know when it's your last. You don't want to be old and say, I wish I had the balls to do that. I wish I had the balls to do this. This is one of the worst feelings. That is one of the worst feelings you could have in this life. That's worse than being embarrassed, or that's worse than being humiliated. At least fail. Like 50 Cent said, get rich or die trying. People don't even want to try nowadays. And that's the issue. When you're not even trying, that is a permanent failure. And I'm going to leave y'all off on that note. So if you enjoyed this video, like, share, comment, subscribe, and until next time, you be well. 1.